What's poppin', gamers?
So you might have noticed that the Dotaverse has many intelligent humanoid races other than humans, such as the ogre-like Oglodi and the ocean-inhabiting Slytherin. And while they are all very cool, my favorite has to be the keenfolk. You can easily spot them because of their small stature, goblin-like features, fast-growing facial hair, and often pink, yellow, or purple skin. Because they are also small and fragile and opposed to magic, they have developed impressive skills with anything mechanical and industrial. Everything from guns to robots and ships. Their science and technology does not just let them build advanced civilizations, but also make them very capable in battle with war robots, lasers, and guns. The keenfolk inhabit most of the known world, and as such there are many varieties, and they come in all shapes and sizes. They are spread in little colonies, each specializing in each their own research. You can find them in the far north, in the mountainous valleys, and around the ocean coasts. There's a branch of small keen who are even tinier than the regular kind, and also the cave-dwelling underkeen. To our knowledge, keen, small keen, and underkeen is the only distinguished kinds. Regular keen have anything from yellow to orange to pink and even purple skin, and big, often round noses. Their ears are pointy, and the size of them can vary drastically, and some of them have long lower canine teeth, almost like tusks. They can look like anything from gnomes to goblins. Small keens have very pink skin, long and narrow pointy ears, and pointy noses. They are much more goblin-like than regular keen, and often like to ride things to compensate for their smaller size. Their culture varies a lot from tribe to tribe, but the common denominator between the keenfolk is firearms and science. While the older generation favors traditional methods like guns, the younger seems to prefer explosives, robots, and lasers, much to the boomer keen's disdain. It is unknown exactly how unified all the different keen civilizations are and how big they are. But we know that at least one has a great military and has partaken in many wars, and another has a capable navy. They also seem to most of the time like each other and consider each other distant cousins, and work together well. But the more primitive and physically strong kinds has little respect for the keen wit and engineering. The big ogre-like Oglodis think the keen are weak, big brutes like Bristleback has little regard for them, friends of nature dislike them for their scientific experiments and expansions, and trolls loathe them. And it seems the keen have had enough of people persecuting them, so in Artifact, they are being united. S.O.L.K stands for the Society of Like-minded Keenfolk and is founded by Sniper, Mazzie, Timbersaw, and Tinker. It was Mazzie who decided the name, when Sniper paid him a visit to talk about uniting the keenfolk. It seems like it was originally Sniper's idea, and his goal is to have a hub where all kinds of keens are welcome to work together, even the slightly more insufferable ones. It's no secret that keen tend to have a very obnoxious personality, some more than others. So not only do non-keen hate them, but they can also be so crazy and annoying to the point where even other keens can't stand them. Regardless though, S.O.L.K is growing in power, so the keen will have a comparable force to those of Revtel, Weeping Rose, and Stonehall. Onia, a banished merchant from Revtel, seems to be concerned about their rise. But what exactly makes their motley organization such a threat? Well, for one, all of the keens we know have crazy backstories that prove just how magnificent their power is. And previously, one issue has been that they are so different that they would never work together. But now with the Society of the Like-minded Keen, you have everything from lasers to flying ships and explosions, all united under the same leadership. If they were capable on their own, their union must be truly terrifying. So let's take a peek at them individually. There's many keen characters that aren't heroes in Dota 2, Artifact, or Underlords, and because there's so many, on top of all the keenfolk who are major characters, I will only go through the ones playable in the Dotaverse. Cardal Sharpeye the Sniper is a Highland keen and comes from the mountainous valleys of Knollen. Knollen has a rich culture and many customs, such as hunting the cliff-dwelling steepstalkers, an arachnid kind of animal. Sharpshooting from long distances is like an art in Knollen, and to gain full standing in the village, you have to shoot down a steepstalker from the cliffs with a single shot. But when Cardal Sharpeye the Sniper was to do this, he hit it in its central eye, which is a sign of a prophecy. For this, he was exiled from his village until he could fulfill the prophecy of becoming legendary on the battlefield. Earl the Gyrocopter is a regular keen and an old war veteran who retired to the tropical Ash archipelago. Now he was free to work on his old dream to build the first non-magical flying device, a gyrocopter. It took him 10 years, but eventually he succeeded. However, he was shot down during his first flight test, so when he later rebuilt it, he made sure to add weapons of his own. Rattletrap the Clockwork is also a regular keen and may be distantly related to Sniper and Tinker. He comes from a family of clockmakers, and he was apprenticed in the art too until war swept the village. As his father died, he told Clockwork that his new trade is battle. Rattletrap buried him among the ruins of the village and started working on his new suit of powered clockwork armor. The finished result was a near-automated exoskeleton of destruction, full of deadly devices. Squee, Spleen, and Spoon, the techies, are 3 keens who want nothing but to blow things up. Their past is just an endless adventure of trying to get bigger and bigger explosions, with more and more destruction in their wake. Bush the Tinker founded a laboratory under the Violet Plateau. There they researched various technology like robots and lasers. But something went wrong during an experiment, and Tinker was the only one to survive the incident. Now the ruins of his old laboratory is shrouded in darkness, horrifying sounds, and a black mist, which may or may not be connected to the Black Mesa from the Half-Life series. There, similar events occurred, and since Tinker is also connected to portals and traveling between dimensions, it's not impossible that this event is actually a meeting point for the 2 Valve franchises. This is further proven since Tinker refers to the 7-minute war. There's also references to the Valve game Portal in iOS Arcana, and also Dark Souls of all things in a Phantom Assassin set. But anyways, Tinker seems to talk a lot of crap about people and be intolerant of their faults. He wants to kill Mazzie, he thinks Timbersaw is annoying, and he thinks alchemy is an illegitimate science. For those who watched my videos a year ago, you may remember that I made an old video similar to this one about the keenfolk, but in it, the main focus was speculating about the new hero from Artifact, Mazzie. I predicted it was going to be a small keen girl in a big mech suit because of some old Valve artwork, and I was very invested in my own mental image of the character. So it became kind of a meme when the actual hero was announced to be an ugly, annoying male keen that everyone in the Dotaverse hates, even fellow keen. But while I did initially joke about hating the character and not accepting it, I must admit that Mazzie has truly grown on me since then. His story is a sad one, and I can't help but feel really bad for him, especially when Tinker, who hates him with a passion stronger than anyone and actually wants to kill him, seems like a far worse person than Mazzie is. If you want to see my original video, which is now unlisted, I will link it in the description. But anyways, Mazzie has no friends, is abandoned by his family, his whole town hates him and wants to destroy his workshop, and may be an alcoholic. He's known for building big robots, and he was actually the one who decided the name of the Society of Like-Minded Keenfolk. I feel really bad for talking shit about Mazzie, since he seems like a genuinely good and lonely person, and Tinker can actually go heck himself. Mazzie is just a spurg, and I don't think he deserves all the negativity from people around him, at least based on what we know. Another keen that's almost universally hated, or at least annoys people, is Timbersaw. Rizrak the Timbersaw is a small keen, and is known for being paranoid and terrified of trees. Saying he is crazy is an understatement. It's not his fault though, as he was traumatized when Augury Bay was attacked by the treants from the Vale of Augury. The wrath of nature did horrible things to his city, and demolished its defenses. Months passed, and just when all seemed lost for Rizrak, he finished building his sawsuit. This saved his life, but he is still haunted by voices in his head and PTSD from the war. He is obsessed with destroying trees, and often talks to regular ones like as if they are the same walking kind that attacked his city. Another infamous small keen is Raziel Darkbrew, the Alchemist. Alchemist is actually not the big yellow ogre, but the small guy sitting at his shoulders. The Darkbrew family has had tradition for the science of chemistry, but when Raziel became an adult, he got interested in alchemy instead. He set a goal to transmute an entire mountain to gold, and spent 2 decades in preparation and research. But when time came to perform the experiment, he failed to the point of destroying the entire mountain. He got imprisoned for the event, but quickly started to think of a way to escape. His cellmate was an ogre, and so Raziel got an idea on how to get them both out. He would use his old knowledge of chemistry to make a potion that set the ogre into berserking rage. They broke out and decided to work together. Raziel would provide the ogre with a potion which made it serene, and the ogre would protect the keen. Together, they would try to once again perform his experiment and turn a mountain to gold. So that's it for this video. I will probably make more videos like this in the future about other kinds of humanoids in the Dotaverse, but if you like this type of video, you may also like my Dota geography series and maybe my Dota theology video. I made this series specifically so I can refer to it every time I talk about a keen hero because of my upcoming Dota hero lore series. My next upcoming video is about Alchemist. If you haven't, you should check out all the keen heroes and their individual videos for more info about each character. If I haven't made it yet, consider subscribing, so you will see it when I upload them. Anyways, thanks for watching and have a fantastic day. Peace.